I know the lighting's bad, but one of my light bulbs died, so I have to replace it, which I'll be doing this coming up week. Hey guys, I'm back. Java asked for ideas for snacks that are frugal or easy to make. So I decided to make February and probably part of March as snack related videos. I will try to break down the cost of each of the snacks if I remember. But before we start, I'm going to need oat flour and garbanzo bean flour. Garbanzo bean flour usually runs about $3.88 a bag, and oat flour, I don't usually buy it because I just make my own using oats. Sometimes I do need garbanzo bean flour and I end up running out, so I just have to make my own. I thought this would be a perfect place to start our snack videos, since we are going to need these two flours during the month, because we're going to use them to make snacks. You will need a blender, a spatula or a spoon. It doesn't really matter, you're just going to use this to knock it down back into the middle whenever it's blending. Regular rolled oats, or dry rolled oats, regular oats, whatever it is, you need oats, okay? I use Bob's Red Mill gluten-free rolled oats, but that's because it's the rolled oats that give me the least amount of problems. I don't get paid anything for this, I just really like them. Dry garbanzo beans, like the ones that you find in the dry bean aisle. I buy mine in bulk, so I keep them in here, but they should be dry, not in a can. First, we're going to make oat flour, just because it's the easiest one. So what you're going to do is take your oats and dump them in here. Usually if I need like 1 cup of oat flour, I throw in 2 cups of oats, but I always end up with some left over. If you hear people in the background, I live in an apartment building, so, you know, whatever. So, to make this, you start out by selecting high on your blender, and then usually I just like pick one, fast, slow, usually liquefy. At some point, it's going to start to create a little hole in the middle, like that. You can't see it. That's okay. That is what the spatula is for. Now that it's going, you just take the spatula and smack down the sides as it starts blending in the middle. As it starts creating a hole in the middle, you'll start just smacking the sides down into the middle. One thing is, you're not trying to stick the spatula down where the blades are. All you're doing is just knocking the flour into the middle, which I don't have a good camera for showing that, but hopefully I will starting next week because I'll have more batteries for it, so hopefully it'll work. Now that you're done blending, hold on, I'll be right there. Now that I'm done blending, you end up with oat flour that looks like this. See? The longer you blend it, just the more flour-like it gets. So, I don't know, my camera just froze. Should probably stop. Next, we'll be making garbanzo bean flour. It takes a little bit longer just because they're kind of firm, hard, crunchy, crispy, whatever. So, again, you're going to take some garbanzo beans and throw them in here. I don't want to stand here all day, so I'm only doing like half the blender. Usually I do a little bit more, but it takes forever. Also, I should probably warn you, it is really loud. Okay, now we're getting there. I'm going to show you what it looks like right now. Hopefully you can see this. It's kind of grainy, has some larger chunks in there. You can actually use this to make, say, like falafel patties or something that doesn't need to be smooth. Now what we're going to do is start beating it down into the middle as it starts creating kind of a hole in the middle. My blender is kind of starting to get a little warm, but I think the flour is almost done. It's looking good, so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Hopefully you can see this. If not, I'll just cut it out of the video. Okay, now you can see that it's a lot smoother. It's still grainy, but it's not bad. If you need it to be any smoother than this, you get one of those flour sifters or a basket. I went and get the one with the 2 mesh pieces because I ended up breaking one trying to do this. And you just like sift it through there, and then the hard pieces that won't come through, you just dump it back into the blender with more garbanzo beans, and you just keep doing that. Next week, we'll be making falafel patties. Yay! Actually, it's falafel patties and different kinds of garbanzo bean patties because I really like them. And they're vegan, so that'll be fun. No eggs, no milk, nothing like that. I figured that'll be the safest one to start with. So, I will see you next week, and I will have better lighting. How did this setup work? Do you like it? Let me know what you think. Ah, so dark. In February, I decided to do snacks that are easy, quick, frugal-ish, depending on your diet. But I decided because Java asked, you know what, I need to write this down. I forgot the spatula. First, we're going to make oat flour just because it's the easier one. Forgot the extension cord. Over here is so much better just because it's like this light gets really hot and in the kitchen I can't cool down enough, and right here the sliding glass door is right here. Little kid running up the stairs. Let us wait. Somebody's having a malfunction outside my door. It's totally cool. I love her kid. He's adorable. Okay, let's get started.